This is the Doogee T20 Tablet, and these are my thoughts. So inside the box, you not only get the tablet, but you also get an included case, which is quite nice of them. And I'm going to talk quickly about the cases as well, because they also have a keyboard case you can buy. But for now, let's talk about the tablet itself. This thing has a very nice metal body here. As you can see, it's a little bit of sticker mark because I took off the sticker that has the IMEIs and all that sort of stuff on here. Very nice uni metal body. There's a very, very big camera over here with a flash, as well as, I don't know what that is, but it says AI if you look closely on it. And if you look at the other sides of the tablet, and on the short sides, we have the speakers on that side, and on this side, we also have speakers. We have the USB-C charging port, as well as a micro SD card slot. And then on this side, we have the power and volume buttons. And on here, we have the pins for connecting the wireless keyboard if you choose to buy that over there. And I reserved the sticker peel just for you. There we go. And as you can see, we have very slim bezels actually on this 10-inch tablet, which is quite nice. It actually looks pretty decent. So now that we've gone over the overall build quality of the tablet, let's talk a little bit about the cases. And here we actually have the included case. It's quite a nice thing that they have here that they've given you. It's a rubber clear case on the back, and attached to it you have an iPad style, flappy cover with felt on the bottom, and it protects the case quite well. You can see that on the four corners there are also rubber bumpers to prevent your tablet from being damaged. It'll actually turn on the tablet for you, and then when you close it, it'll turn it off. And in this case, it actually does that here. I was actually mistaken. I thought it didn't do that, but it actually does. So when you see it closed like this, it'll turn the tablet off. And then if you turn it back on, or when you open the cover, the tablet turns back on. I think that's a very important feature in these tablets, or in these cases. So it's quite nice that this is included here. And here we have the wireless keyboard case. If you do decide to buy this case, let's just go through the features first. You of course have your keyboard. The keyboard here is actually okay for a cheap tablet like this. And when I say cheap, I mean cheap compared to, let's say, an iPad. It's fairly well designed. You have your keyboard, you have your trackpad, which is quite accurate as well. And then you also have 4 rubber feet here so that when you close the tablet like this, it doesn't actually hurt your tablet screen by rubbing on the keys. Now, on this side, it's fairly standard. You have your little legs here to make sure that the tablet doesn't fall out, and you also have your pins over here, and of course you have your standard cover. Now, this is the worst part of the tablet. Okay, let me just show you this. You can see that the tablet back, it actually kicks out like this, so there's actually only one position for you to use. You can't actually adjust the position because the hinge in here is not, let's say, infinite. So that's one thing that you have to be aware of. It's probably my least favorite thing about the tablet wireless keyboard case, because there's really only one area where it can lock. Everything else, it doesn't lock in the other areas or in the other position. So that's really the worst thing about this tablet. But otherwise, if you need a wireless keyboard case, this is going to be the only one that works with it. So you kind of have no choice but to get this one. Okay, let's talk about the screen here. The screen is probably the thing that is most, let's say, unique about this tablet. This tablet is fairly run-of-the-mill, but here we actually have a 2K resolution. It's an IPS display, and it also has something called a TUV SUD blue light ratio. I'm just going to show you on the side over here. You can see right there, TUV SUD blue light ratio. Basically what this thing is supposed to do is it's supposed to reduce the blue light coming from the screen so that it reduces the quote-unquote harmful blue light, and should help you sleep better at night, because with less blue light, you know how your phones has those settings where you can kind of turn off the blue light and it becomes more yellow. This is what this is supposed to do. From what I see here, the screen does look a little bit easier to look at compared to other screens, but other than that, I don't really see anything else special about the screen other than this blue light feature that it has. Now, the thing to note though is that not only that this is, I'll say that the blue light is the most special feature of this tablet, but This tablet also has a very good screen. Touchscreen is very good as well. The tablet is fairly responsive. I'll say it's not so responsive because it is 2K. As you can see, it's a little bit, tiny bit laggy, but otherwise, if you're talking purely color reproduction, watching TV, movies on the tablet, you can see the colors on this tablet are absolutely amazing. So, all right, I showed you the speakers before on the both sides of the tablet, and let's let you listen to what the speakers sound like, and then we'll talk about it. I'll say the speakers are actually, they have quite a decent soundstage, which is quite impressive. I like the soundstage on this device. It's quite full, and even though the separation is not huge, it's about 10 inches across, there is a little bit of depth to the music, which is not bad. There is a decent amount of bass, there's a decent amount of treble, so I'll say that the speakers here are okay, but that's about as far as they go for tablet speakers. Nothing special, but nothing to speak ill of either. I'm going to talk quickly about the battery now. The battery on this Doogee here is actually about 7,500 milliamp hours, 8,000 milliamp hours, and it's actually pretty decent. I could get a solid 7 hours of use out of this, and talking heavy use, not gaming of course, but this could last quite well. And as you can see, I have about 9% left, and you can see that there's a estimate of 8 hours left on this. So that's obviously false, because if you start using it as you normally would, this will drain in about 40 minutes, 50 minutes at most. But you can turn on battery saver, ultra battery saver, and the battery will last a lot longer. But otherwise, the battery here is fairly satisfactory as well. If we're talking about performance here of the tablet, this tablet is running Android 11, so the latest Android available. It also has the T616 Unisoc processor, which is pretty much standard in most of these tablets around this price range anyway. And as you can see, the more you use it, it kind of gets a little bit smoother. It also has 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage on the tablet as well. And I'm just gonna kill everything here, and you'll see how long it takes to launch. Let's say I launch Chrome. It's not bad. I launch YouTube. Let's close that. Not bad as well. Let's launch Google TV. So as you can see, in terms of power for the regular user, it's not bad. You shouldn't have too much problems with this. Go to Google Meet, quickly launches here, and of course we go to Google Play Store, and of course it's basically an instant launch, which is quite nice. So in terms of the performance, you shouldn't have too many problems with this. Now though, let's talk about gaming. So I've installed eFootball on this device. I have an account with them on my computer that I actually play with, so I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay on this. The eFootball is not the most intense game, I'll tell you that right now. But it's also not, it's not super light as well, because it's, let's put it this way, it's no Genshin Impact, but at the same time, it's also not your, Chicken Run, for example. So, for example, if you go here, you know what, let's go back. I'm just going to play something else. Let's play Authentic Team. Home team. Where's England? There it is. England. Let's go. Select away team. Let's play Argentina and destroy them. Argentina. Where's Argentina? Right there. Messi's going down, because I have Harry Maguire in the back, my favorite player. Okay. So I actually installed FIFA on this as well, but I'm a lot more used to eFootball, so we will start there. So as you can see, it's not the best. It's not the best, frames per second. You know why? And that's because of the that's because of the resolution. The resolution you're looking at 2560 by 1600, right? So that's really not very good. So as you can see, it's not the best, but if I pause this and let's go to, so I've reset the settings here. So basically now we're looking at approximately the lowest playable settings that you can get on this tablet in order to prioritize the amount of frames I can get. So I currently have it set at a maximum of 60 frames per second. I cannot play on this without a controller. This is really difficult. Come on, Mason Mount, what do you got? Why is there no one on my left wing? Let's see if I can score a goal here. Nope, Emiliano Martinez is too good. But as you can see, it's actually quite playable. Once you put all the settings to load, they basically removed all, or they don't have spectators on here, so the quality's a little bit better. But okay, now it's my corner. And that's a little different from playing on with the controller. So if I do that, let's see what happens. And shoot. Nope. Jude Bellingham. Anyway, okay, so now you have a little bit of an insight on how the gaming works on this device. It's okay. And the tablet's camera quality is obviously no good, but that's to be expected when you have a cheap tablet like this. You're not going to be using this camera, you're going to be using your phone camera. The last thing we'll talk about is reception. So you obviously have your Wi-Fi, you also have your Bluetooth. All those work fairly well. Reception is about on par with the rest of my other Unisoc T616 tablets. I have like 4 of them now. They're about the same, so I wouldn't be surprised if similar manufacturers made these devices, so they're actually quite similar in terms of quality, in terms of size actually, and form factor. All this very similar. Okay, so what do I think about this tablet? This tablet honestly is, I think it starts at about $250 on the website, up to $319, and with coupon codes you can bring that down a little bit more. A tablet like this, you actually have a lot of options. This is not going to be the only one. Again, the differentiating factor is going to be that blue light TUV screen on here. I don't know how valuable that is to you. It's not super valuable to me, but I guess that is a differentiating factor. If you're going to be paying similar prices for this compared to, I don't know, like something else that is similar, like an All-Do Cube or a Cool Knee, I think, then this TUV SUD is a differentiating factor, and you can get that. But otherwise, this is going to be a tablet that kind of falls within the multitudes of other T16 tablets, and really that's all I can recommend. So let me know what you think in the description, in the comments down below. Check out the link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.